4 major areas where I expect country to take definitive strides in the next term of the government, whichever government.
Mr. Raman, can you provide any more detail on what could be future non-core business divestment plans? As I understand, in line with your Lakshya 2026 plan, IDPL already done. So, are there any other businesses that you can speak about?
Much of the divestment that we identified to be done in the period FY21, FY26 is done with now. We have Hyderabad Metro pending, which is the last of the concession business, apart from the Naba Power in Punjab. Naba Power is in a good place because the plant is working efficiently. Punjab is dependent on this asset. So we are generating revenue of 4,000 crores, profit of 400 crores. So that's quite okay. But idea is not to run the power plant. So at some point in time, that has to be completed. And secondly, Hyderabad Metro. Hyderabad Metro is a 65-year concession to run metro system in the city of Hyderabad. We currently have 4,75,000, 4,80,000 people per day using the metro network. We need to make sure that this number goes up by at least another 100,000 people. We need to lighten the debt burden of this project because of the current level of ridership that we are able to see. So we have negotiated successfully with the government for a 3,000 crore soft loan to be repaid over time without any interest. We've got about a third of that drawn. The balance 2/3 has to be drawn and will be used to repay the debt that we otherwise have on the balance sheet. We also have to monetize some of the real estate that is attached to the metro. The government has given permission for one level, which we have completed last year. There are a few more levels that needs to be done. We hope in 25 and 26, we should be able to progress on that as well. My own assessment is if we do all these things, by the time we sit down for FY26, FY31 plan, this could be an asset to be monetized in that period because the asset would then be of interest to investors, particularly the pension funds and global funds, given the 65-year concession that it has got. What else will add to non-core? Every 5 years, we do this check on what's going to be relevant for the future, what is not necessarily relevant. And we keep on identifying. We've been doing this for last 20 years. And over time, we have been divesting some business or the other and trying to seed some businesses or other. So now we have put our bets on hydrogen, electrolyser manufacturing. We have put our bet on semiconductor. We have put our bet on data center. These are new streams and some e-commerce platforms that we have developed. Now we'll have to see how, as we shed the non-core, as we saw earlier, which of the current businesses, including the new ones, are due for scaling up. And the next 5 years possibly will focus more on scaling those up rather than shedding any overweight. I think we are pretty much done dusted on that front, as I see it today.
Since you mentioned Hyderabad Metro, my understanding is that the free bus service had an impact as far as ridership is concerned. And since you outlined a detailed plan, do you think at some point the free bus offered by the state government will kind of even out as far as your ridership numbers are concerned?
It's made metro ridership less interesting because it has taken away the women from the compartments. And since the women are occupying the buses and the number of buses has not increased, the men from buses are moving into the railway wagons. So there is a gender distribution that is happening in the transportation system. Buses are being used by women who pay nothing, and metro is used by men who pay 35 rupees on an average per ticket. But we do think it's not sustainable because some of these SOPs, which are done on the back of political promises, etc., is not going to help the state finances, because what is the point in making the transport corporation of Telangana or Hyderabad go bankrupt? There's no fun in doing that. And secondly, these are depreciable assets because every 5 years the fleet of buses needs to be invested in. So where is the money going to come from unless the users pay? So somewhere this public-private partnership works at cross purposes. Private capital is required to put a modern zero polluting transport system. At the same time, we are spending money in making people use the polluting buses. So it's a bit of a conflict there, but I guess the political ideology and the economic interest and the ESG, it takes effort to align all of this. It doesn't naturally do it on its own. But we are hopeful as a country, we will get there.